this is going to be a YouTube clip.
Okay.
YouTube clip.
Ben.
Okay.
Got it.
YouTube clip. Here in the last. There we go. We're gonna pitch Star Wars right now. Okay, and I've already.
No,
Dude.
Your shorts are too short. Your shorts are too short.
Brittany would be mortified.
It's just you gotta blur that out. Okay. NewWayStories pitching Star Wars.
Okay, let's hear it.
New YouTube series. Not the Star Wars is going to be YouTube series. Kathleen, hear me out.
She's out.
Okay.
She's already out, though.
She's already out.
Yeah.
This is what's gonna get you back.
Yeah.
New Kathleen.
Whoever's in charge.
Just talk to the CEO of Disney. Put me
Who's ever in charge
Bob
of
Iger.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Bobby.
Come here, Bobby.
Bobby.
I.
Bobby, give me
I. Put the
Get over
I
here,
in
Bobby.
Tiger. It's the eye
Bobby,
of the Iger.
Eye of the Iger.
Put the I in intellectual property because I'm about to make you money.
Buddy.
I think you can do Disney Plus series
Already happening.
that are that are fake reality shows.
Oh
Okay,
my gosh.
scripted reality shows in the Star Wars universe. My wife pitched Real Housewives of Naboo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Listen, we don't have to go crazy here. You know, you get 10 episodes. It's great. You could
Does
even
Padme
do.
look
You
different
could.
to you? Yeah, I'm
you
pretty
could-
sure she got a Naboob job.
You could even do. Like Star Wars National Geographic. You've got you've got the voiceover.
Yeah.
You're doing tight shots on some
Can't
of
do
these.
it. Tom Hanks.
Who?
Tom Hanks of the
do 'em.
Americas. Who's the
Do
other guy? The main
Morgan
guy.
Freeman that
Morgan
does
Freeman.
you could do
March of the Penguins.
What's the what
No,
are
who's the
March
main
of the
guy?
Jawas?
Who's the,
tiny little Jawas combed through the desert, trying to find something to pillage.
any shiny scrap?
That was such good dialogue.
Any shiny scrap.
And then he finds it. So I think, listen, maybe you do release those on YouTube because I think people would eat them up. I really do. And you're kind of winking at it. Here's the one that is real.
Okay.
I've talked about
Israel?
it before. It's a pod racing.
Did you say Israel?
No.
Did you just say Bob Iger make a documentary about Star Wars? It all takes place in Israel.
Star Wars, Israel. Listen, there's these two factions fighting over the same land. I know it's a story as old as time, but pod racing story.
Yeah.
You do a Formula One sports documentary, but you're following one pod racer, right? I mean, the one pod racer is kind of the main guy, but you're taking the formula from Formula One from the Netflix series, and you're making a serious, gritty
And to be
pod
clear,
racing doc.
Jesse said pod racer could be the guy, also could be a woman of color.
True.
Disney, totally. I just want to make sure you
We're
know that's
not-
still on the table for you.
We're not trying to say that you couldn't do that.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that.
You
can
could
do
even
whatever.
do a binary.
Non-binary pod racer.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Non-binary, disabled, person of color.
Ben,
Yes.
probably not disabled.
What do you think Disney is?
So this has gone too far already.
Pardon me.
Not in jokes, but lengthwise. But listen, title.
Yep.
Now this is pod racing.
Yep. That's exactly what it is.
Okay. Matt Welk's addition to this at the end of every episode is a quick in memoriam of every racer that dies
My
in every
God.
single race.
See, I don't think you got to do this gritty. I think you should make this a little fun like that.
Well, I don't think gritty maybe is the right word, but like a serious. I'm in for a serious doc.
I actually genuinely agree with you that it is the thing about the in memoriam is funny and there's funny aspects of it, but it actually would be really fun to watch a faux documentary about pod racing that's not supposed to be humorous.
Yeah.
There's just
You could do-
interesting.
I mean, you could still do things that are funny, right? Like
Yeah.
you could bring Greg Proops back, and the announcer, and you could have him
Yeah,
giving legitimate commentary on like the pod racing, like on you're talking about the mechanics of it or whatever, or this guy's really good, but like he had whatever a thruster blowout in the last, and he like almost lost his life. Whatever, you could do all of that, but like the two-headed announcer could be like giving commentary.
The idea of cutting to characters that we know in the Star Wars universe. You know how they do that in the documentary, and they're obviously sitting down opposite an interviewer. The camera's dead on them, and they've been asked a question about a certain pod racer, and I love it being the evil Austrian guy from Mandalorian. Anakin was just too old to have been the best pod racer. He needed to be younger, like a baby. I just love the way that guy says baby.
I think it's a great call, and because it's pre like the Empire taking over.
Yeah,
you could do. They always cut to celebrities that are like friends with this guy, and they're like, he's the most intense like athlete that I know. You could you could cut to the Jedi Council like watching a pod race, like they're having a pod racer Sunday.
Who brought the wings?
Mace Windu is like
dip and chips I have.
Yoda's always winning the side bets pots.
Has anyone seen Master Cypher Diaz? Master Cypher Diaz was supposed to bring the cola. It's gone.
He's gone. Someone's bringing a veggie platter. You're like, what are you doing? Like, this is So listen, now this is pod racing.
We told you, Dooku left us. He's not invited to pod racing watches anymore. Plus, he didn't even pitch in for the showtime.
So I think, man, I would be. You can go whatever route you want on it, but I think if you did some reality shows.
Yeah.
Now this is pod racing though.
Yeah.
You don't even have to give me credit. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. You could. With that being said, Nike could be the sponsor. You could figure out how to work that in. Just do it.
I like a Big Brother, but they're all Mandalorian.
What about
first one to take their helmet off loses?
What about like a real world, but you're like a not even real world. I feel like what's the comp to a Jedi school? I mean, I feel like there's a million series. This is maybe not even a reality show. This is just a new Star Wars one that I'm pitching right now. There's a million series. You got Wednesday at Nevermore. You got like the Lock and Key series. I think is also like the mystical schools, right?
Yeah.
Let's follow a Jedi like a Padawan.
Yeah.
Dude, I would be all in on like I think you gotta make it like a teen comedy drama. Don't go young Padawans that that ends it's like super lighthearted and funny until the final episode when Anakin comes in. We're following the 4-year-old.
That's like Master Skywalker.
There's too many of them. And Kate and I rewatched episode 3 for the 20-year anniversary.
Yeah.
And
that's what Matt
that
always
says. Is heartbreaking. He the way he steps back when it's
terrifying. I do want like a 12-year like a clique of 12-year-olds, and one of the girls is like, Gino Tobian, younglings aren't allowed to have death sticks. And he's just like,
I definitely want to sell you death sticks. He's just like master the Force a little better.
You think that I'm going to let them tell me? I came all the way here from planet Alabama. I'm going to smoke my cigarettes when I want to smoke my cigarettes. God dang it.
Alabama. Oh my gosh.
Alabama Death Sticks, the official sponsor of the pod racing. That's the Alabama 500.
We grow tobacco back on Alabama. Have the biggest tobacco crops y'all have ever freaking seen. I'm gonna take y'all all here when I break us out of this Jedi school.
All right, that is it. Listen, Disney, do it.
Do it.
Pod racing school.
Do it. Look right at the screen, Bob. Bob Iger, look right at the screen.
Bob, look at me.
Right here.
Bobby.
Real Housewives of Naboo. Pod racing doc. A series of teenage Jedi going through the
Do
school.
you do Star Wars National Geographic?
Star Wars National Geographic.
Yeah.
That one could be just like an hour and a half doc. Like, that would be fun.
Or literally, you already have. I know you guys already have a bunch of pre-visuals of all your animals, your creatures, and backgrounds. Just do that. Have Morgan Freeman voice over it for an hour. It'll be great.
Dude.
It'd be great.
Dude.
Come on, it's right there.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yep.
What if never mind.
The Wookiees find their newest prey. A rebel stormtrooper out on the patrol.
He separates the one, rips his arms off.
And it's like a violent, just like
Slowly,
boom. Watch
they
the
take
way.
the arms and legs off of their prey. It is their custom.
That's why the Wookiee is at the top of the food chain.
No, what does he say when they're playing the game? You let the Wookiee win. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll rip his arms off. Oh, that's
why we always say, let the
Wookiee win.
It is like in the National Geographic stuff. You're like, the lion takes down the gazelle. It's just like, it's brutal, but that's the way the universe works.
Jesse, Morgan Freeman is among your top impressions. I don't even know if we knew that until
I
just
didn't
now.
know that. I think for me it's finding the cadence. I just gotta find the cadence. All right, that's it.